If you've been relentlessly affirming to manifest a specific person, robotically repeating your affirmations, it might be time to reconsider your strategy, especially if it's taking toll on you. So here is a fresh take. What if your fixation on robotic affirmations is actually pushing them away and preventing you from truly living your life? Think about it. If you are already in a relationship with your specific person, would you still be obsessively affirming their love for you? Likely not. Likely not. In a healthy, established relationship, you are not constantly trying to recalibrate your neural pathways to secure their affection. You'd likely abandon the exhaustive affirmations because they would not just be unnecessary, they would be out of place. This old method of tirelessly repeating affirmations until you manifest what you want can be draining. Affirmations are like a hammer, useful, but not if you're swinging it all day, right? Definitely not. So if you find this repeated affirming approach grueling and unsustainable, you're not alone. And if you are someone who enjoys this method, that's perfectly fine. It's fine. But it's important to remember, you are the power, not the affirmations. They are just tools, and tools are meant to be set aside eventually. By the way, God, consciousness, awareness, who you are, God doesn't need tools. You are the power. You are that awareness, that consciousness. An affirmation, sure, it taps into its, if you tap into its true potential, when it springs from your natural state of fulfillment, from a realization that nothing is truly separate from you, in a state of connectedness, affirming something like, of course my partner loves me, or of course I'm valued, of course my life is perfect, feels natural. It's just a natural feeling, like an experience. It's a gentle nudge. It's not a desperate push. I am Dr. Reddy, by the way. For a taste of unity with your desires, explore my Weightless Experience for a seamless connection to wealth. Dive into my More Than Enough course linked in the description below. And for one-on-one coaching, drop me a line at hello@theanilareddy.com. So, coming back to this, you do not need to force yourself to believe in your affirmations any more than you need to convince yourself of your hair color. If your hair is black, you simply know it. You don't need to affirm for it. Similarly, when you truly understand, through all my guided pauses that I've showed you, that you are not separate from your specific person, affirmations transition from being a tool of creation to a tool of acknowledgement. To help show this non-separation and build a more organic use of affirmations, let's explore some guided pause questions. These are designed to help you see the illusion of separation and just recognize the unity that already exists between you and the person you love. So here is how to chronologically, or in whatever way you want, any of these questions, you can use them in any order, approach this realization. Ask yourself, am I aware right now? You will say yes. This question grounds you in this moment, shows you of your conscious presence. Now ask yourself, can I observe or notice, can I notice my thoughts about needing love or affirmation from someone else? This helps you see your thoughts by not being tied to it, that they're mere objects in the awareness that you are. Now, Who is the one who feels the need for affirmations, for techniques, for fixing? Distinguish your true self from this egoic mind that believes it needs something external from someone to feel complete. Is there really a separation between myself and the one I love, or is it a construct of my thoughts? Ask yourself. Notice how there's actually no separation between you and the other than when you believe your thoughts. From this place of non-separation, what truth can I naturally affirm about my relationship? Now your affirmations naturally shift if you wish to use them as tools of creation, from tools of creation to expressions of recognition. Like I always say, affirmations do not create reality. They reveal what is already your reality. They reveal what is already done. So manifesting what you want is your natural way of existence. So understanding that you don't need to constantly wield affirmations, to hammer them to keep your life or relationships in check, it changes everything. It moves you from a position of striving to a state of being, from seeking to realizing. In this realization, you discover that all you've ever sought was already part of you, merely waiting for your recognition. This approach doesn't just apply for romantic relationships, any relationship, relationships with money, relationship with other people, with traveling, with your job, every aspect of your life. By seeing through the illusory separate self and recognizing your inherent connectedness and completeness, manifesting becomes not a task, but a recognition that it's your natural way of existing.